Gets it to the 30. Third play here. This opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5. Now Burrow. This goes out wide from Mixon. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup.
That was just a good example of taking what the defense gave him. No one opened downfield, knew where his safety valve was, swung it out to him. He gets upfield and picks up the first down. Well done all the way around.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
4 yards on the pickup.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And it's caught downfield by Pickens. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 31-yard line. A very solid gain of 27.
I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Mixon with a first down carry. Oh, he's got a little daylight, and they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script, you go through your play calling, you go through all this stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
At the Chargers' 11-yard line.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Here's Burrow. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. A great effort there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. Here's the Steelers kick team as they'll boot this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Herbert going to lead up the Chargers here, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. This one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. Still in the first quarter, but what a great start for them. I mean, they've controlled the airways, Charles, on both sides. They had the passing touchdown. Then they intercept the pass of the other squad and take it back for another score.
Brandon, I know we have a ton of time left, but what an early backbreaker they just delivered. They're up early, and they appear to be totally dialed in. And that offense, they're forced to run right back out. Still shaking up a bit, but feeling the pressure to put something on the scoreboard. They've got to be careful here.
Chargers, nothing. Matthew Wright set to kick off.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. Fresh off of 6 the other way, it's Herbert. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. T.J. Watt, the All-Pro, in there to take him down.
There's a lot of discussion in the offseason about him having a big year and getting to the quarterback. They held him without a sack in week 1, but how about here? Finally gets his first one of the season.
In the offseason, said he changed his diet, leaner, feels so good this year. Excited to see what type of a season he can have. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Another try after the first down sack. Herbert under pressure, and they got to him again. They dial up the corner blitz that time, and it delivers to the tune of a 9-yard loss.
Well, someone is certainly having a big game, and while that sack doesn't quite have the splash of his pick six from earlier, you know he's thrilled to be making big plays during a great individual effort today.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And the pressure gets to him again. T.J. Watt, the offensive line is in tatters as that's now 3 sacks in 3 plays. On is the Chargers punter now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. He'll take it at the 42. A nice return that time, gets 12 yards back. And the Steeler offense, they're set up nicely as they take over.
I'm one, right?
Burrow bats it forward. It's a jet sweep. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 23 yards on the play. Boy, an effective play there, getting their wideouts involved in the run game.
And what they're always hoping on that type of a play, that they can get to the end of the line and have a chance to turn it upfield as he did there. That means they controlled the blocking and took care of the defensive end or the outside linebacker to give him that lane.
And I guess I need to clarify, I said getting their wideouts involved in the run game, but of course that was actually a pass as he popped it forward. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Well, this defense for the Chargers, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. They're passing here. Joe Burrow to Mixon on the check down. He's going to have the first down and then some. And in for the Steelers touchdown. Joe Mixon with career touchdown number 162, tying him with LaDainian Tomlinson for 3rd place all time. And the Steelers take a 3-touchdown lead. Extra point right down the middle, and that makes the score 21-0.
Matthew Wright set to kick off.
So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
And he'll be brought down here at the 28. And it looks like a pickup of 6. That leaves him with 7 yards to go on 3rd down.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
In motion comes the tight end left. Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain of 22.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
On 1st and 10, Herbert. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
18 more yards. That's another Chargers 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
21-0 our score after 1.
With the score, Steelers 21, Chargers nothing.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. Jet, and he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. The previous run good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Back to throw here, Herbert. And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with him. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. Now it's Herbert. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6.
That's another Chargers 1st down. 1st and goal at the 6-yard line.
Here's Herbert. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5.
At the 2-yard line.
Herbert. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now.
And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown. A great play there. His 1st touchdown of the new season. And the Chargers are able to cut into that deficit. And Johnson's extra point up and good. And they'll cut the lead to 21-7. McCann's got it teed up. And from back there, a wide this move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25.
Here we go.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. So for this offense, Charles, remember drive 1 made it to the end zone. Drive 2 resulted in a touchdown as well. Now they'll try to make it 3 for 3.
Yeah, and you know, they told us all week that this was the plan and this is what they wanted to execute, but did they really believe it would happen this well, this efficiently? I know they'll take it, and afterwards they'll say, there was never a doubt in our minds we were going to be successful in this one.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Mixon will try the right side. Yeah, he'll fight for a couple as the tackle is made at about the 32. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped to hold that down for a win in the defense's column.
They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. 40 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And in the next breath, they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now it's Burrow. Complete. Jefferson to target. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete. And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
The Steelers on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 4. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
Here we go.
4th down. Here's Joe Burrow. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Gilbert. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this will be caught in the end zone for a Chargers touchdown. Well, he's been doing this for a lot of years with the arm strength still there, and he showed it off on that one.
And I'm telling you, nothing will light up a crowd more than a play like that. Here in the stadium, all eyes were on the receiver streaking downfield, and you know everyone was thinking, throw it, he's open. What a connection there for the touchdown.
And the final number on that throw, boy, it traveled an even 69 yards.
Man, you better put your boot on the next time you try something like that, man.
Back within a touchdown of 21-14. McCann's got it teed up. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here we go.
The The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They've seen their 21-0 advantage cut to just 7, so time to go back to work here, 1st and 10. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Here we go.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Inside handoff to Mixon. It's a pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44. 50 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
And some room to work. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
Once again, they run with Mixon. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. A gain of 3, 2nd down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. So from the 17, here's 2nd and 7. Now it's Burrow. Over the middle, it's complete. And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. On 3rd down, Mixon. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down.
But forget knowing where the first down line was. This defense created their own line of scrimmage. They won every battle up front. And a lot of times that is one-on-one. If you win your one-on-ones enough times, your defense is going to be pretty good. They had more people to the football and snuffed out the play.
And this one is right through. And the lead works its way up to 10, 24-14. So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about 1-score lead, 2-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. On 1st down, Justin Herbert. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. Called out a very strong gain of 24.
Remember on their last drive, they had that pass play for a touchdown. Here they come out firing again. This play's not quite as good in the end result, but still good enough for a quick first down.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. To the right side and complete to Metcalf. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 16 more on that one and another first down.
I know we just saw a nice throw and catch, but how about the big guys up front buying that time? Yeah, that's exactly what they did. They created time and allowed the space to happen, and it turned into a really nice play.
First and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a one-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. That completes it again to Metcalf. And he takes us just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
First and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Up the middle they go. Jet. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Herbert now. He's got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Chargers. DK Metcalf. As the first half is winding down. And the Chargers are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. And Johnson's extra point up and good. And it cuts the lead to 3, 24-21. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25.
Ready?
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Jermaine Johnson credited with that sack. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. And this will not be returned, so the second half begins with a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
Complete to number 3. It's a gain of 8. Brings up second.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Here's Herbert. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. 3rd and 2, Herbert. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he is going to have the Chargers first down, and he's going to have it by plenty. Able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 2.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
On first down, it's Herbert. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Part of what we're seeing so far is a defense that's certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Herbert throwing again. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
Oh, partner, just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he is going to have the Chargers first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And this one is incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earn a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
On 2nd and 10, the ball back with Herbert. He's going to let it go again. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete.
I'm sure that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
It's been a pretty long drive. This will be play number 9, and they need 10 yards out of it on 3rd. Now a handoff up the middle. Jet. And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Charger first.
Muscle damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Herbert off of play action. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
Herbert operating from the red zone. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
No sense risking anything there on 1st down. Even though he's still in the pocket, he had a receiver out to his side, so just put that in a spot where the only people who can make a play on it are the trainers and the coaches. Well done.
Back to the air. Herbert on 2nd down. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown. A great effort there. With 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Chargers have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the 2nd half. Johnson for the extra point try. And that will make this a 4-point game.
Makes the score. Chargers 28.
McCann's got it teed up. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of lock. Mixon hit, and all the ball is out. And picked up by the Chargers. And they are going to score on the fumble return. Touchdown, LA. This was a close game. They needed a little breathing room. Boy, they got it right there on that return for a touchdown.
Yeah, we would say that this could be huge. Forget it. It was huge. Gave him a comfortable lead.
Johnson's extra point up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first play led to a fumble that was returned for 6.
Yeah, you definitely have to have a short memory to play in the NFL. You got to remember what you did wrong so you don't repeat it. But you can't dwell on it because then you will repeat it, and that's what you don't want to do.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on 1st down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
The Steelers send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. It'll be a 40-yard punt, 8 on the return, and it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. And they've got the lead here getting late into the third quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
Third quarter now from SoFi Stadium. Here's a 2nd and 10. Justin Herbert looking to pass. And he comes back with one complete. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. Back to throw. Herbert. He rifles one that's intercepted. And the Steelers will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, third quarter, but that not the smartest of throws.
Here we go. I would agree with you on that one because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now if these guys can turn this turnover into points, things could start
taking it right down Broadway. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Joe Mixon with career touchdown number 163. That moves him past LT and into third place all time. And the Steelers are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the third. And now the Steeler offense staying out there, and they'll go for 2.
Hey, we gotta go score.
They'll let Mixon try and run it in. And he is into the end zone again. So get him some oxygen. He scores on the long run and then punches in the 2-point conversion for good measure. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10. And some room to maneuver. There he goes left side. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. A big play there. His 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Chargers get another third quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. And Johnson's extra point up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. McCann's got it teed up. And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
Steelers 32.
Here we go.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now the Chargers are going to look up here and signal for a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter.
Here we go. Here we go. 11 mighty. 11. Gotta go.
Mixing up the middle. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line.
Boy, 175 yards on the ground for him now as he's gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. From the 45 on 2nd down. Burrow. Now Burrow loses the football. And picked up by the Chargers. And he takes it back to the house. It's a fumble recovery and a Charger touchdown. The offense, they've had some sloppy moments. Sloppy there again on that one, and it could be the backbreaker.
From a defensive perspective, if the offense is going to be sloppy, you've got to take advantage of that. And that's what they've done all game long.
Now for the PAT, here's Johnson.
And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return.
Their catch made at the 25-yard line. The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here we go.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. From the gun to give to Mixon. And he'll be brought down right around the 37.
Work to do here to avoid falling to 1-1, but this is 1st and 10 right now.
Now Burrow. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle.
Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Down several scores and playing behind the chains is not the way to have success in this one. Right now, if you're the offensive line, your big concern, protecting your quarterback, giving him a chance to try and throw something downfield to pick up the needed yardage.
And he fires one that's intercepted.
And the Chargers are going to take possession of the football.
Well, just another reason to celebrate there on the defensive side with the interception, and this is a game that they clearly have firmly in their grasp.
Yeah, a lot of handshakes, a lot of hugs, a lot of smiles. It's been their day.
After the turnover, here's Herbert. And a quick throw here, that's complete.
And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 37-yard line.
On 2nd down now, Jack. And some space here. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1.
143 yards rushing for him now as his big night continues. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
And this will be caught in the end zone for a Chargers touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the night.
And the Chargers are on their way to a 2-0 start. And Johnson's extra point up and good.
And the lead is now 24.
McCann's got it teed up. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
And pressure coming, and they got him once again. The offense on 3rd down today, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This will be 3rd and forever. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. The Steelers send out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And now a low liner. I think he mishit him. And look at this starting field position. That'll be touchdown inside the 30-yard line. On 1st and 10, Herbert. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a 1st down. Back to throw here, Herbert. And he's got his man in stride, complete. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes. And boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. A 5-yard gain there makes it 1st and goal.
At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. He'll get only 2 there, and it's 2nd and goal. Now it's Herbert. Quick hitter here. It's complete. Only able to pick up 2, and that leads us to 3rd and goal. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Now Herbert, 3rd and goal. And he'll just throw this one over in the way of the security crew. Incomplete here.
Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles, but that lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to drive the ball downfield.
And that will certainly lend itself to some post-game questions for that coach, and maybe you and I should attend that press conference and see what he has to say, because someone's going to ask him why he continued to push it. My guess, he didn't like how some of the snaps were run earlier, and he wanted to use that as a chance to clean things up, but he certainly will have some explaining to do.
They'll go for it and run a little touch pass here.
And he is not going to be able to get away as they swarm him for a loss shy of the goal line. The trick play does not pan out here on 4th and goal. And the Steeler defense will celebrate the goal line stand. So we were looking at each other up here in the booth when they went for that saying, oh, wow. Talk about trying to add insult to injury.
Some teams are just like that. You know, some philosophies, some coaches are like, look, when I got a chance to put some more points on the board, I don't care what the situation, I'm going to do it. And they're also the same coaches as a general rule that if someone does it to them, you won't hear people protest out of them. That's just who they are.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Off the play fake, here's Burrow. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And now another turnover as this one's intercepted. And the Chargers are going to take possession of the football. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
With the late lead, Herbert's going to throw it. He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Dave's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Herbert has it knocked free.
But a Chargers player was able to fall on it, and they'll keep possession. Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down.
Play action. It's Herbert. Forced out to his left. Looking left sideline, it's complete. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. Nice 3rd down conversion and even 20 yards.
This offense really looking polished these first couple of weeks. Here's 1st and 10.
They run the counter. Jet. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. From the 16, Herbert. Eluding the pressure right. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown. And the blowout continues.
Johnson for the extra point try.
Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
McCann's got it teed up. From deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Gun. Back. 11 mighty.
A final shot now for Burrow. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football and picked up by the Chargers. And that might just submit it. A return for a late touchdown. Second time he's lost a fumble. This one hurts more. It's returned for 6.
He's been under a lot of duress, hasn't he? Pressure, hurry, harass the whole game.
Well, the offensive line not giving him a lot of help.
Not a lot of help, but the bottom line, he's got to take care of the football.
Well, partner, under the lights in primetime, this offense, they gave the nation quite a show, putting up that many points to come away with what will certainly be a memorable win for them.
And, Brandon, I think it's as simple as this. Some players, some teams, they're just meant for the big stage. And when they get a chance to play in this type of atmosphere, where all eyes are on them and all the lights are shining brightly, they show up and they show out.
So for the Chargers, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory.